Hey again, everybody. It's Reed. I'm back. I want to thank you guys for tuning in the last couple of days and checking out volumes 1 and 2 about opportunity. The first one being opportunity, what is it? And today we're going to talk about, in the third section of our little chat here, it's going to be about you found opportunity, what's next? Let's do a quick 10-second review. Opportunity, what is it? On day 1, when we talked about opportunity, we said opportunity is the ability to make money in the worthwhile endeavor of your choosing. Meaning, opportunity is something that you want to do, you love to do, and you're going to make money doing it. Number 2, how to find opportunity. We talked about 4 ways to find opportunity. Number 1, yellow page, yellow pad, unleashing your creative mind. Number 2, putting yourself in position, putting yourself around the right people in order to help cultivate opportunity and opportunity thinking. Number 3, go ahead and get uncomfortable. Remember, sometimes you got to change your grip to be successful and to find opportunity. Number 3, you have to take your advice from, or number 4, you have to take your advice from Midas. Remember, once you found that opportunity, don't take it to Grumpy, take it to Midas. You're going to get your best advice from Midas. All right, section 3 of all this. You found it. What's next? Now you found your opportunity, you found what you're going to do, you found a worthwhile endeavor. What are you going to do next? All right, guys, it's very simple. It's yellow pad time again. You've got to get that yellow pad of paper out, and you've got to start making goals. You know, a lot of people talk about goals, and it's kind of a cliche here in 2009, but the importance of goals cannot be overstated. Without goals, you really don't have anything. Imagine one of the best examples I've ever heard is one of my success mentors, a gentleman that died a long time ago, but his audio cassettes and audio CDs live on. A gentleman by the name of Earl Nightingale. I encourage you to listen to anything the guy's ever said. He's brilliant. But he gave an example of 2 ships in a harbor. One of them with a captain and a crew and a map, and one of them with nothing, and launching them both. Well, 9,999 times out of 10,000, the one with a captain and a crew and a map is going to get to where it's going because it has a definite aiming point. It has a goal. I think we'd all agree that the other ship, if it even made it out of the harbor at all, it'd be a miracle. And that's about goals. You know, you have to have them. Some people have them, some people don't. It's very obvious who does and who doesn't. The people who succeed in life, Midas has goals. Grumpy just wants to make it through today. And that's the difference, guys. Let's talk about goals. Let's talk about what makes a real goal versus, you know, a wish. Number 1, a real goal is written down. Can't overstate how important writing your goals down is. I don't know how many times I've gone back through old notepads. Obviously, I'm a yellow pad guy. I find these things laying around under my bed or in an attaché case I haven't used in a while or something, where I'll find an old notepad or an old sticky note and something will be written down, and wouldn't you know it, I accomplished that. Now, I've missed things like picking up bread at the store after work, but usually the big, important written goals, I've hit 99.99% of them. It's really important to write them down. The next thing is it has to be quantifiable. It has to be specific. I want to make a lot of money, or I want to sell a lot of houses, or I want to do a lot of this or a lot of that is not a goal. It has to be written. I want to make $1 million next year is a goal. Okay, I want to make a lot of money is not a goal. Okay, they've got to be written down. They've got to be specific. And notice what I said next year when I said something about $1 million. There has to be a time attached to them. I want to make $1 million without a time attached to it, not a goal. I guarantee you this, if you're under 40, you're going to make $1 million between now and the end of your lifetime. Guys, if you live another 40 years, that's only $25,000 a year. And if you can't make $25,000 a year, you got to hit yourself in the head with a ball-peen hammer. Seriously. So, long story short is 3 things for goals. They've got to be written, they've got to be quantifiable, and there's got to be a time attached to them. And these goals can be sales goals, profit goals, recruiting goals if you're in an MLM, product development goals. A goal can be anything, but again, it's got to be written, specific, and with a time attached. The next thing you have to do is keep that yellow pad out, and for each one of these goals, you've got to make an action plan. Well, how do I make an action plan, Reed? Very simple. Baby steps. When the United States made it to the moon in 1969, we didn't just all of a sudden one day wake up, build a rocket, and go to the moon. First, we had to get a rocket off the ground. Took us several trial and errors. Next thing you know, we had to get one up in the air. Several trial and errors. Then we had to get one into the upper atmosphere. Several trial and errors. And then we had to get into orbit. Then we had to orbit the planet. And then we finally went to the moon. It took several baby steps. You don't just wake up and go to the moon. You've got to take all the intermediate steps. So what I'm saying is for each of these goals, they might look huge And in 19 whatever, when we said we were going to the moon, it seemed like a huge goal, but we took baby steps. Just like what you'll do with your opportunity, with your goals. You'll set small little markers with times attached to them where you're going to take baby steps to reaching your goal. Write them down. Also, write out what you're going to need for your goal. Do you need money? Do you need legal advice? Do you need patent or trademark advice? Do you need to build a team around you? What do you need to do? Write that down, because it sticks in your mind if you write it down. If you just say it or if you just think it, that's one thing. But writing it down and reviewing it daily is another. Again, for each of these little goals, each of these little baby steps, give yourself a timetable. This is going to keep you honest and on pace. All right, the next thing you have to do, once you've found your goal and you decide you're going to go after it and you've set your goals and you found your opportunity, is you have to build your team. If I've learned anything in the last 15 years of doing business is you and me are not good at everything. We have strengths and we have weaknesses. Knowing your weaknesses is just as important as knowing your strengths. I'm good at certain things, I'm not so good at others, and so are you. So is everyone you know. So it's important to build a team. Guys, even Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, John Paxson, Steve Kerr. The greatest basketball player that ever lived needed a team, and so do you. So it's very, very important to build a team. Decide what you need. Do you need help with accounting, legal, marketing, manufacturing, construction? What do you need help with? I'll guarantee it's something. Get out your yellow pad and write down what it is you need and those people you need to find. And guess who you probably need to go talk to again? You probably need to go talk to Midas. Because Midas is going to know people in each of those things, or each of those little niches that you're not so good at. Midas is going to know somebody who can help you. That's all for today, guys. I know it's a short one today. I'm going to be back next week. We're going to talk about action. We're going to talk about how to take what you found, how to take your team, how to take your goals, how to take all your opportunities and take them to the next level and bring that product to market, how to bring your grand ideas and bring them to fruition. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm off to the Suncoast Triathlon. I'll see you guys on Monday or Tuesday. We'll be working on that action plan over the weekend. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Bye.